Hi everyone, my name is Tanisoni and my student ID is S4053378. This is my student ID card.
Hi, this is Himantra Raju, and my student number is S40555688, and this is my student ID card. So we're going to demonstrate our forensic analysis of provided network capture, A2 Q3 pcap file. Both our faces and our screens are visible for the full demonstration. So from here on, my friend Tanish will continue.
Hi, so I'll handle initial packet analysis and locating suspicious HTTP objects. Hemant will export and verify the file and handle TLS inspections. So first I'll go with, first of all, I'll open the Wireshark for demonstration purposes. So in order to find possible image requests, I'm going to run some filters. So I'll just open the pcap file provided in the question. Uh, yeah, so it's loading. Now I'm gonna use the filter for filtering out the HTTP requests on the URL matches of images, which is this here. So as you can see, the HTTP filter targets the image looking URIs with a case insensitive regex. Result also shows two candidates, which is favicon.ico and there is one 44444.png, which possibly can be suspicious thing. So after this, in order to dig more, I'll go with the following the HTTP stream. Normally from statistics, if I follow HTTP requests, and in here also I can see there is a alpha energy that's a english.com, and that has WP content uploads 2023-0444.png file. So if you look at the request, which is alpha energy, this is indicating a possible image downloading request. I have to inspect further in question in part three. But yeah, so also the Wireshark HTTP analysis helped me to isolate the potential malicious file transfers disguised as image files. As you can see, this was one of the image file. It is possible, but after digging further, we'll get to know is it a confirmed attack disguised malicious file or not. So now I'll proceed with opening the HTTP stream for the particular file. So first I'll go with the 4444.png file, which is more suspicious. If we go to follow HTTP stream, so it claimed to be an image, but the payload started with MZ. The payload started with MZ, as you can see in this here, and then the signature of the window executive file PE. So it is more like a executable file, not just an image, which is a classic trick of malware authors used to disguise malicious code as an harmless image files. As we have seen on many of them, like they just disguise the some executable file or a code as an image file to do the attack. So as you can see, if I observe the HTTP stream, the header content type is image PNG, whereas the body begins with MZ as I've told, instead of valid PNG header bytes, which you can see I just flagged in my document, which is content length here. And yeah, and then as you can see, user isn't Haskell, connection is keep alive. And then after that, if I follow so during inspection of HTTP traffic, two images were found, which one of them was 44444.png, which was downloaded from alphaenergy.com, which appeared more suspicious. Although the server labeled it as an image file, but the file contents starts with MZ, which is not usual. It should be like valid PNG headers. Also, here is MG, and also if the mismatch between the content type and the header is a strong indicator of a disguised malware payload. Therefore, I identified this as a possible suspicious image. After this, my friend Hemant will continue with the exporting, verifying the malware.
So I'll be demonstrating DEF. So coming to D, they ask a step-by-step process you followed to export the suspected file from Wireshark, and I'm going to explain how I attempted it, whether it is malware sample or okay. So for that, I'll be running this filter, and then this is the suspected file 444.png, and let's export this file. And then export. Let's export through HTTP. And then let's go all the way down, search for the suspected file, and then save. Before I've saved it on downloads, um, there was already one 444 PNG file, so just need now to save it right now. Mhm. So now the objects of window which I already shown are showing all HTTP files. And now let's verify the file. To verify the file, whether it was distinguished malware, I use the Windows CMD. Um, Now I'll be running to verify the whether it is malware. We use it as setutil tool to calculate the MD5 and SHA-256 hashes by using these both commands. Yep. So the command ran successfully. So the hash values were compared with the reference provided in pcap file analysis to confirm if the calculated hash values MD5 and SHA matches the known malicious sample found within the pcap analysis. So both commands ran successfully. So this confirms that the exported 444.png file was in fact an executable distinguished as PNG file, indicating a malware payload transferred through HTTP payload matches a known malware signature. So coming to E, in addition to the suspected file, analyze the capture for indications of encrypted traffic. And I'm expected to identify server instances like HTTP SSL, okay? And domain name is not visible. Okay, okay. So now here we'll be checking the pcap file, TLS and SSL sessions. So for that, TLS and SSL sessions through port 443. For that, I'll be running this filter. So now we'll be getting all the TCP ports, which are 443 TCP ports. And now uh, let's find the suspicious attacker. For that, let's find without SNI. For that, we'll be running this filter. Mhm. Okay. So this means we have looked for TLS traffic and then which are in 443 port HTTPS. So this filter packet shows the server hello encrypted handshake message. So this usually look like encrypted traffic without any visible host names. Let's look at the destination column of these packets. This IP address 68.11.1.105.106, and so these are the IP addresses of the host communicating without visible domains. So these IPs exchange in multiple encrypted packets without SNI information, indicating that they may belong to suspicious servers used to conceal communication from security monitoring tools. And coming to F, we'll be using one of the destination hosts identified in part E, which is this, and create and apply a filter to extract the SSL certificate. Okay, we'll be having a look, analyzing the certificates and provide the information. So to examine the certificate exchange during the encrypted session, I have applied a targeted filter in just this. Yep. And then, so this filter shows only the TLS handshake packets containing certificate information from that host. So the filter packets within the handshake protocols are visible. So if you go to transport layer, you can see the protocol certificates, and then let's handshake protocol certificate, and then again certificates, and then certificate, and then signed certificate. Let's go deep into it, and then mm, oh yeah, issuer, and then R&D sequence. Let's go down, and then okay. So the country name here is ES, which is a different country name, and then if you go to R&D sequence item. Okay. So in the directory string, this is the string code dot MATOQDLS. So that so the issuer name is country ELS and the organization name is COED to MVTQ some LL dot LLS dot. So this indicates that the